All right, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Tyler from the eveRide channel, but this is not Tyler from the eveRide channel. Who's this?
It's me.
It's me. It's me. This is my beautiful wife, Jess. She is an infinitely better model for today's video than I would be. She is modeling today the MSR Explorer, which isn't in stock very often, and I noticed today, thanks to my good friend Ben, aka Dork in the Road, it is in stock. And yeah, I thought today would be a perfect day to do a review of the MSR Explorer. I've been using it for, gosh, since before it came out, and it has been really, really good. Just spoiler alert for you. It's amazing. We're gonna start from the very bottom and go up to the top. So we're gonna come down here. My wife is in her special riding boots. I'm gonna be absolutely honest with you about these. Rocky Mountain did send these to me, and I have definitely put them through their uses. These are what I use to scout the eveRide loop, and also to tour on the eveRide loop several times this year. It's been through probably about 10,000 miles, and yeah, it's been well worn, but it's holding up really well everywhere. Yeah, like I said, we're gonna start with the very bottom. Go ahead. We've got a little bit of a burn-in right there from an exhaust thing that I had. Now, something that happens a lot with over-the-boot pants is you'll get these burn spots, and also you'll get a lot of wear and tear down here where they scrape on your pegs, or where they'll just drag along the ground with your boots. And honestly, these have done really quite well. They do have 3 different options of how tight you can snap them, and the leg opening is really actually quite large. You can see here my boots are huge, and these will fit over them, and they will be fairly tight up at the top, but they will zip down over the boot. They are full motocross boots. They're not just adventure boots. I won't wear adventure boots anymore, but yeah, they'll zip over those big huge boots, and then they will snap tight. And these snaps, I have never had them come undone once. These will snap tight to your boot and keep it from rubbing against your foot pegs or getting against your exhaust. When these are buttoned up, they do have a lot of, they're snug to your boot, which is really good. They also have a nice big, thick, super thick leather patch right here, which is really good for, exhaust, things like that, for rubbing against your tank as you're holding on with your knees when you're accelerating. We're gonna go ahead and move on up to the knees. This is really, really kind of tough, abrasion resistant material here on the knees, and then there is 3DO armor inside here. They've got a stretch panel right here, and then they've got some pockets here. Now that pocket's nice and big, and then there's also a pocket right here that's big enough to put, your average phone in. And yeah, the pockets feel good, and there's also some zip vents that Jess is gonna do right here. So something about the zip vents on these pants. You're going to show off your leg there.
I guess I am. It's that kind of video.
Oh, that's the kind of video we're making today, huh? No, these zip vents, something that you should know is after a few rides, these zippers will get very, very difficult to pull open and closed. You're going to want to use some kind of a lubrication. Look at that. You're going to want to use some kind of a lubrication. I use like liquid lithium. I think it's called like grease lightning or something like that. Some people just use a candle wax that just rub on the zipper right there, and then you can just stash it in your pocket. But you are going to need to do that with these, and you're going to need to do that with pretty much any adventure gear. See, it's pretty difficult for her to zip up there. But one nice thing is when you wash this, you could just throw it in the washer dryer, or not dryer, you just throw it in the washer and wash it like it is, and it actually has a tag that says just throw it in the washer, and the more you wash it, the better it will perform, which is pretty cool, because a lot of waterproof materials don't like just regular washing machines. All right, we've got these zips here, and then we've got some zips on the back of the pants as well for ventilation. Something I've got to say about the pants, and then the bum is nice, and it's got a lot of abrasion resistance on it, and then also here. Something about the airflow in these pants is the airflow is fantastic. Like I said, I used it to scout the eveRide loop, and it was phenomenal. And I was scouting up to 90-degree weather and down to probably high 30s, and it was phenomenal the whole time. Something that would happen is you can open these zips, and the airflow that goes through is really nice. And a lot of guys would be out there in moto jerseys and stuff like that, and I would wear these, and they'd say, well, aren't you hot? And truthfully, the airflow that goes through the jacket, through the pants is so good that I would be cool even on really hot days. Now, if it gets hot enough that your sweat starts to dry on the inside, then you start to run into some problems. Then I would, soak a jersey that I would wear under the jacket. I would soak the jersey, put it on underneath, and then actually the jersey would stay wet and nice and cool for almost, the rest of the day. Talk about 2 or 3 hours, and then I would soak it again and just be nice and cool the whole time while everybody else was kind of hot. So thanks to Jesse Kimball of the Flying Monkey Adventure Riders for teaching me how to use adventure gear. I didn't know that you were supposed to get kind of sweaty underneath on hot days, and then you'd keep the jacket on and it'd keep you good. As for the cold days, yeah, you button up all the zips, you close all the vents, and that thing will keep you nice and dry and warm. There were several times when I was riding through some torrential, huge flash flood rainfall. I'll show some footage of that, and it did really well to keep me perfectly dry. I did take a few spills in the jacket and pants, and you can't tell where because it's very, very durable and very strong. Yeah, I had a nice face plant where I slid quite a ways. I actually broke some ribs in this jacket, and you can't tell at all where any impact would have been. There's no scuffing, no marks, nothing like that, other than the burn on the bottom of the pants and maybe some abrasion on the elbow here. Well, no, we got like a little piece of like something. Anyway, yeah, it's tough stuff. Oh yeah, it has kind of like this binding clasp right here, and this zipper right here is definitely a zipper that you are really going to want to make sure is lubed up. I made the mistake of not lubing that zipper up, and when I was taking one of my groups, I really needed to go to the bathroom and I could not pull the zipper down. I finally managed to get it down, but I was kind of cursing my laziness for not lubing up the zipper. You're going to want to lube the zippers after you wash it. The pockets are ventilated as well. You can see the ventilation throughout. It's really nice. And then there is hip armor up here as well, right there. And yeah, it's really good. Okay, as for the jacket is very comfortable. Something that I wish that they would have done on the jacket is maybe made it a little tiny bit longer. But something about the length of the jacket is you don't really want it super long because you're going to be sitting on a motorcycle and you don't want that weird fold going on. But at the same time, if you're getting a little pudgy like me and you're bending over or something like that, the jacket will come up. Why don't you bend over for us, hon? No, I mean like for real, like you were going to pick something up.
Okay, but it is nice because it does come further down.
Oh, okay. So, it didn't come all the way up. If she was a little more wide like me, it would. We got a neat little zipper for your ID or your keys right there. You can see it's got the event fabric. That's really good stuff. It is nice and breathable with those vents open. Yeah, this kind of works a couple different ways. And so if you can zip it down like that and then have the whole thing closed, or you can zip it like that and kind of shell it open, and so you can force more air into your arm, which feels really good on those hot days. Or you can pull that down a little bit. There you go. Or you can do that and then that and kind of have it be a little more passive there. So it's really nice. It's also got some reflective stuff on here, some things that I kind of wish were different. I do wish it was a little longer. This back thing right here, where you can put your water bladder, it is better than previous versions that Rocky Mountain has had, but it still kind of tugs. Once you have a water bladder in there, it still kind of tugs on the jacket a little bit. Oh, so one of the tips that you'll need to do, when you wash it, they say to take the armor out. I don't always do that. I just get lazy and wash it with the armor in, but you're probably going to wash it with the armor out because that's what they say to do. To make that really easy on you, just turn the entire thing inside out. Don't try to, stuff your arm inside the whole thing to try to get the armor out. It's much, much easier if you just turn the arms and the legs inside out. That makes it much, much more manageable to get that armor out so that you can wash it. There's also toggles right here where you can make it a little tighter if you want, which is really nice. Generally, just a phenomenal piece of gear. It is on the pricey side. I wish it wasn't so pricey, but then again, the materials they're using, the quality, honestly, this is now my go-to for adventure riding, and then even a lot of just kind of mellow riding. It's kind of all-in-one, easy to put on, and then you're protected in, full body without having to get a lot of different armor on. So yeah, it's good. It has toggles to tighten up down by the bottom of the boots, which is nice. But basically, yeah, it stays pretty snug to your body because you don't want a lot of, slack and stuff all around. Something that a lot of pants will do is they'll actually have this inseam be really low, and so jumping on the motorcycle can be really hard. But something that they've done is kept the inseam nice and high up towards your crotch, and so you don't get that weird, tug when you're trying to put your leg over the motorcycle. I don't want to knock anybody else's brand or anything like that, but I did have some gear that was sent to me a couple years ago that was almost 3 times the price, and I gotta say this is a lot better. I won't say who that is or anything like that, but this is better. Rocky Mountain's done a really good job with this. So, all right, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and as always,
eveRide out.
Oh, what do you say first?
Much love.
Yeah,
Sorry.
there you go.
I do love the much love.